I think it's fair to say I need a bit of a tidy up around here. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Botania Garden of Glass. So, as you can see, I've been doing a little bit of work. I've added 4 more pure daisies, and I have been converting an absolute ton of stone into living rock. Now, this is mainly for building, because if we just go over here, this circle is looking pretty good, and I do have a bit of a design to go around the edge to improve that a lot. But below, we've got this big, ugly, square cobblestone platform, and I don't want this to be like this. The first thing I want to get done today is actually get rid of this and have something a bit more fancy going down from this top circle. Between episodes, I said I was going to set up a cactus farm so we could have an infinite amount of slime, but I haven't done that yet because, as you can see, we don't have a lot of space, and these platforms we've got around here, they're not looking too good, to be honest. So I actually want to start work on figuring out how I'm going to have a base around here, and then once I've done that, we can get a cactus farm going, and then we'll have all the slime that we need. So, as I said, I have been converting stone into living rock, and I've been getting the stone from this stone generator I've got here. I've taken down the orchid, so it's not converting into walls anymore, and I've been leaving that running. I've turned it off for now, because it's really loud, but then I've just been taking the stone out of here, putting it next to the pure daisies, all 5 of them that we have now, and mining out the living rock. Now, it is a bit slow, because this mana steel all-in-one tool isn't enchanted yet, so that is one of the first things I want to do as well, but I want a proper area for my enchanting area as well, so I need to get at least some idea of where my main base is going to be. So if we just have a look at the living rock I've got, there's something else in here which is a bit mad as well, and that is all these mana tablets, which, as you can see, are all full. So I've been taking these down to the slime farm that we built last time. Oh, sorry, the mana farm, I should call it, that we get from the slimes, and just throwing them in there, and these things are full already. This thing is absolutely crazy. I was actually going to do some other ways of getting mana, but I think this is going to do us, to be honest. I think it's absolutely amazing. But as we don't have any way of transferring it yet, I've had to use these mana tablets, because some of the things we're doing today, we're going to use a lot of mana, and as we can't transfer it properly from downstairs yet, we're going to need to do it the manual way and throw these into a mana pool. Okay, so I'm just going to man up the last lot of this, and we can get on with doing a little bit of building and tidying this place up a little bit. Okay, so down here, I've got that done all the way around now, and yeah, I know it still doesn't look that pretty down here, and it is definitely very dangerous, but this is a work in progress. So I'm going to have some probably living wood slabs at the top here, and maybe at the bottom as well, just keep it nice and simple, and we will have some things going on down here probably. I don't know exactly what yet, but luckily this stone generator actually fit in exactly. The blocks were right up tight against it, so that was very lucky. But you know what, I think I might leave this here, but I'm probably going to add another one as well, so I can have the orchid up against one of them, and then have one of them as an ore generator, and then on the other side I could just set one up that's purely just for stone, and then that can feed into something that'll automate the living rock, which would be very helpful, because just doing this I used all of that living rock I had. I think it's about 5 stacks, so that's all completely gone, but I have been placing some more down and grabbing some more, so I'm going to get the rest of this, and then what I want to do is work on an archway that's going to go over here, and it's going to be the same on all sides, but I think the amount of living rock I'm going to need for it, I'm probably just going to get one of them done. I'm leaning towards this way because I'm thinking this is the direction where I'm going to have my main base working area. Now, it is over the slime farm, but you know what? It's always had something over it anyway, so I don't think I'm too worried about this reducing the rates, because this is what it is at the minute, and I'm very happy with that. So the reason I'm putting it over this side is because this is where the mana is being produced, and this is where I'm going to want to have my mana as well. So I want to have an area where I've got all my storage, so it's not just out in chests randomly like this, and then I'm going to have easy access to all my mana, and then all the other little machines that I want to use. So that is something I want to get done very soon. But before that, before I get onto building, there's something else I want to use that will be very helpful, and that is, I can't remember what it's called, assembly hill, I think it's called. This thing, right, so it's a mana pearl, crafting table, and 3 mana steel ingots. So do I have any of that? I should have mana pearl, definitely should have that. Right, so I got one of those, and haven't got any iron anywhere. Right, so it was 3 of those, wasn't it? So let's grab those, and a crafting table. You know what, I'll take this one, because once I got this, I don't actually need a crafting table down there. So let's put those into there. Oh no, I actually need one to craft it. Alright, let's try that again. Right, wood is over here. See what I mean? This is why I need a storage area. Okay, so crafting table. You go there, and I want an assembly halo. And this thing is so cool. So when I hover over it, it has a crafting table. Basically, wherever I am, I can just use this crafting table. So click on that, and then I can put a recipe in there. So let's actually do one as an example. So if you just do living rock, and I grab that over there, I can now set, if I turn around, I can set any of these to that recipe. So if I just right click like that, that will now have living rock there. So if I have enough materials, which I don't on me, but let's just grab them quickly so we can see how it works. So if I just go into my assembly halo and then right click on there, that will craft the ones that I have available. And then now, because I've used them, I can't do it again. So this is going to be very useful, and I don't need to keep running back to a crafting bench. So while I'm up building this archway, I'm going to need some stairs. So being up there and being able to craft them where I am is going to be very handy. Okay, so I have jumped ahead a little bit and I've got this finished off. So if you just have a look around here, this is the archway that I was talking about. So nice and simple. I may do a few little embellishments later on. Maybe put some cracked living rock brick in and the mossy one, and maybe do some of the chiseled up there. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Maybe make it a bit fancier if we need to. But I think we're definitely looking way better than we were before. So yeah, I've decided I'm definitely going to have the main base along this side. The main reason for that is because it's directly above where the mana's coming from, and it should be much easier to get it up here. So unfortunately, these animals are in the way, but that's not terrible. I think what we could do is just move them to the side a little bit. So I'm going to spend some time with my, what's it called, Rod of the Lands, and massively expand this area, and then I think the tower is basically going to go where that torch is there. So it's probably going to be as wide as the current area is now. And then we're going to have a much bigger area around it that we can have a few farms in, and including the animals and a few other things as well. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time doing that. And then hopefully we can actually get on with some proper Botania stuff. Okay, so I have made another massive amount of progress. And please excuse that noise, that is just the ore generator. Let's have a turn around and see what I've been up to. Yes, there we go. That is more like it. This is a 49 block diameter circle, and you know what? I think it should do for what we need for the immediate future anyway. So I'm going to build a structure of some sort at the front of this, and then leave the back for more like farms, similar to what I've got now. Probably keep the animals out here for now. And then I've moved everything out of the way just so we've got plenty of space. So the storage will be going in the middle here at some point, but I've just put it back here for now, just so it's out of the way, and then I can get something built. And then you'll notice over here, I also have another hopper hook, and that is so it'll just pick up the eggs. Because what I've done here, if we just take our one of the forest and look at the hopper hook, it says pick up only items in frames. So on the chest that it's next to, if you put an item frame on it and an item in the item frame, it will only pick up those items. So in this case, we've got eggs. Okay, so just over here at the ore generator, and I'm just going to turn this off because it is very noisy and very distracting. But this thing is still cranking out loads of stuff. It's absolutely brilliant. And I have moved everything that was in here over to the other chest. So let's quickly go have a look at that. Okay, so in this chest, this is everything that I've got. So, well, actually, no, it's not. I have broken down a lot of the coal ore into coal because I really wanted to get my levels up. So as you can see, we are now at level 30, and that's because I want to do some enchanting on this Mana Steel all-in-one tool, because I've been converting a lot of wood and a lot of stone into living wood and living rock, and you know what, mining it with an unenchanted pickaxe is just painful. Done this and a little bit of living wood as well, and yeah, it does take a while. So I think that is the first job that we're going to do, and then after that we're going to get on with the Terrasteel. In here, these are some of the valuables. So I've cooked up all the iron and gold that we got out of the ore generator, and you can see we've got quite a bit. But what we're interested in is diamonds, so we need 2 diamonds. Is it 4 obsidian? I should know this. Basic vanilla recipe. 1 leather, and let's get 3 sugarcane as well. Don't need to go anywhere because I have my assembly halo, so let's do this. Paper, book, and an enchanted table. Nice. Okay, so this is very vanilla, but this point is where it starts getting a little bit different. So we're not going to craft up 45 books and turn them into 15 bookshelves, because there is something different we can do with Botania, and that is to use a mana pylon. And what you can do with those, if you just craft 2 and put them next to the enchanting table, it will give you the full 30 levels, just like the 15 bookshelves would. Okay, so let's have a look at this recipe. What do we need? Alright, that's pretty doable, isn't it? So, mana steel ingots, gold ingots, and mana diamond. That's alright, we can do that. And we need 2 of each of those. So, let's get 4 gold, get those diamonds, and we'll get 1 block of iron. So, I need to convert this. Put that in there. And also the diamonds as well. Right, should have what we need now. So 2 mana pylons. There we go. And if we just put these either side, I don't think it matters where you put them actually, as long as they're within range. And then if we put that in there, we have 30 enchant. So the weird thing about these all-in-one tools is that you can get every enchant that you could get on all of the individual tools. So even though this is a tool like a pickaxe, you can still get fire aspects because it's also a sword. So we don't really want that. Maybe first we should try enchanting our armor, which I've taken off because I've got my robes on. So let's go grab my armor and we'll quickly give that a go. Alright, what we're going to do first, let's do boots. What are we getting? Unbreaking 3. Oh, lapis, need lapis. Okay, so let's do boots. Lapis in there. What do we get? Section 4, unbreaking 3, dash strike. That's not bad, I'll take that. And then what can we get on the pickaxe? Oh, knockback. Come on. What I'm really trying to get is efficiency, because mending I'm not bothered about, obviously, because we recharge this with mana, and unbreaking, again, because we recharge it with mana, not really bothered about that. I just want efficiency. But now I need to get some more levels anyway, do I? Right. Maybe I'll do this later. Right, so let's get on with the thing that is probably going to be the episode title, and that is Terrasteel. Now, Terrasteel is an endgame item from Botania, and it's used to craft lots of very cool stuff. And the thing we need it for is to get on with the elven trading. So this is the thing that we're trying to get. And what we need to do to craft this is to craft a Terrasteel agglomeration plate and put a mana diamond, a mana steel ingot, and a mana pearl on top of it. And this will use half a mana pool just to craft 1 ingot. So this is why we wanted to get the mana done first. So it may seem a bit excessive, but we're going to use pretty much all of this that's sat here, and maybe a good portion of what's in here as well. Let's get on with it. Right, we need to craft the Terrasteel agglomeration plate. So this is the recipe that we need to do, and it's, yeah, we've got 5 runes, 3 blocks of lapis, and a block of mana steel. So yeah, it's not cheap, but we do only need 1 of them. So I have done a little bit of prep, and I have crafted up some of the things you already need. So I've done quite a few of the runes, because these are a bit of a pain doing them 1 by 1, and then I've done the block of mana steel as well. So all we need is 3 blocks of lapis, which we should have with this, but we are actually going to need a little bit more. So why I was trying to enchant my pick actually is because I really need fortune, so I could break down these and I could get a little bit more lapis for my money. But as we haven't got fortune, I'm just going to have to do it like this and get a little bit. And you get quite a lot of XP from this, don't you? So maybe break down a little bit more than that. Okay, so let's craft that up. Right, so how many do we need? I think we need 3 for the agglomeration plate, but then we need 4 for the structure underneath it as well. So, right, anyway, let's go on this. Right, so we need 1 each of these. The block of mana steel, but then we also need the rune of mana as well. And I haven't crafted one of these before, so I thought we'd do that one together. And this one is actually really easy. All we need for this is 5 mana steel ingots and 1 mana pearl. Simple as that. So let's put these on here, and I have the exact right amount, which is great. And do I have a mana pearl? Don't think I do, but I've got some ender pearls on me, so let's quickly do this. Ender pearl in there, that on there. Ah, right, that's going. Okay, so while that's doing that, let's talk about the other thing we're going to need to get this going. I've already said that this uses half a mana pool for each one, but can you imagine transferring half a mana pool with a mana spread out? It's just not going to happen. The items will probably despawn before it actually filled it up with enough mana. So what we're going to do is use something that's designed for this purpose, and that is sparks. So what these do, you put them on top of 2 things that you want to transfer mana between, and they will do it pretty much instantly. They go really, really quickly. And the recipe, fairly straightforward. So blaze powder, gold nugget, and 2 of any feather. So we can definitely do that. So we're just going to need to craft 2 of these, and then we should be good to go. Alright, so 2 sparks, easy as that. Nice. Okay, so this is now ready. So if we just put that on there, and give it a tap, we now have our rune of mana. And you only get 1 from that one, so that's a bit more expensive. Right, I think now though, we have everything we need to craft the agglomeration plate. So let's do that. There we go. That's the first step. Now what we need to do is actually build a multi-block structure. And it's fairly straightforward, but in here, it tells us how to do it. So if we just go into the Ep7 Botania, click on the Terrasteel, and then go on to the next page, this is what we need to do. So if we click visualize, it'll actually tell us how we need to build it. If I get rid of that one. Yeah. So just do that like that. That'll stay there now, and it's showing me exactly where I need to place blocks, which is great. So if we look at the top as well, there's a bar that says 0 of 10. So telling me I need to place 10 things. So I'm just going to dig out the blocks that I don't need. And this is why I didn't actually mention, but when I built this circle, I built it too high with all the dirt. And yeah, for things like this, definitely very handy. So I've got those. Actually, I've got everything on me. So let's do it. All right, so I want lapis like that. Then the living rock. And finally, we just need the Terrasteel agglomeration plate on there like that. And that's it, done. Okay, so the sparks. The way these work, we just put one on top of there like that. And then one on top of there. And those will now link. So that will send mana to there when it needs it. So if we just click on there, there should be a little flash and it'll tell us that they're linked together. Yeah, there we go. So now this is ready to use. So we can take the things that we need. Right, let's grab it. So let's get those. And then we just need a few diamonds as well, don't we? I've only got one. Oh. Okay, let's just do the one for now, and then we'll get some more diamonds while this is going. Apply there. Okay, so with this, oh no, you can right click it. I was about to say you can't click this like you can those. I thought you had to throw them on. So right, no, that works, brilliant. So we just put all three of these on here, and then this is starts flashing. The mana starts going across, and just look at how fast this is leaving. Yeah, that's not good. Right, so what we can also do at this point as well is put sparks on all of these, and they will all link to that. So it would use them at the same time, but then if I don't do that, what I'm going to have to do is put mana tablets in there and then keep filling this one up. But we'll put sparks on all of them, and that'll make it a lot easier. So once this goes completely green like that, we now have our first Terrasteel ingot. So that's absolutely brilliant. Very happy with that. So now, I just need to get a couple more of these, because the recipes we're going to use this for is actually I believe just needs nuggets. So if you just look at this, yeah, so this is the Elven Gateway core, and we need a couple of the Natura pylons as well. So let me get on with that. I'll do a couple more of these, and then we can get on with doing the Elven trade. Okay, so I crafted up the sparks and put those on top of there, and as you can see, this mana is nearly gone, and that's because I've done another 3 Terrasteel ingots already, and it didn't take long at all. It goes so much faster when you've got more mana pulls. So let's just do this last one, and I'll show you how quick it is. It's unbelievably quick. Now, I think I've got enough mana to do this. Yeah, that's nearly there now already. Look at that. Definitely worth doing more. So, need to fill these back up again, but we've got more than enough Terrasteel for what we need. So, let me get everything else together, and we can get on with doing the Elven trade. Okay, so I've used my mana tablets to fill all these back up, and I've actually been down to the slime farm and filled up all of these again. So we're definitely alright for mana at the moment. So I've just been looking in the Ep7 Botania to refresh my memory on how to do this. So we just need to go into the Alphemancy and then the portal to Alfheim, and this shows you how to do this. This is all pretty straightforward. We only need actually 3 Terrasteel nuggets, and that gives us the Elven Gateway core, and the rest of it is all just living wood and then a little bit of glowstone as well. And then for the Natura pylons that we put in front of it, we need 2 mana pylons, and we've already crafted those, so we know that's easy. And then we need 3 Terrasteel nuggets for each of those as well. So all in all, to do this Elven Gateway, all we actually need is 1 ingot. So we didn't need to do all the others, but they will come in handy for other things, definitely. But the thing that I'm going to struggle on now is because I crafted all of the sparks, I'm now out of blaze powder. And I need to craft an eye vendor. Well, I need to craft 2 eyes vendors, so I need some more blaze powder, which is a bit annoying. But luckily, I still have the felled pumpkins, which is what we used originally to summon the blazes. So, should we give this a go on the surface? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Let's give it a try. Please don't kill me. Oh, yeah, I forgot they can fly, can't they? That was silly. There we go. Right, I'm going to go from that. 10. Right, I love those summoned blazes because you get an absolute ton of blaze powder from them. Okay, so with those, we can now craft a couple of eyes of ender. Let's do that. And now we should have everything that we need. So, probably don't have it on me. Right, I can do that. I also need to craft the mana pylons as well, don't I? So, let's do that first. Okay, so 2 of those. And, no, I've already got the eyes of ender, haven't I? So, I want 2 of those as well. And then what else do we need? We need the glimmering living wood. We need 3 of these. Let's just do that. Okay, 3 of those. And then we also need the Elven Gateway Core as well. And we should have everything we need to do that. So just 1 of those. And that's it. So that's everything we need, I believe. Already got 2 mana pulls, got 2 sparks. So yeah, I think I'm good to go. Right, so let's grab a few of these as well, because I'm definitely going to need some mana in there to start this off. Right, Elven Gateway. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. It will all become clear very soon. But there are some endgame items from Botania that you can only get from Elven Trade. So what you basically do is throw something like Mana Steel or the Mana Diamonds through, and the Elven Gateway will take it and give you something else back in exchange. So that's all it is. Nice and simple, but it's a bit of a process to get it set up. And it uses an absolute ton of mana, just like a lot of things, but let's give this a go. Right, so we also are able to do the same trick that we did with the Terrasteel plate. And what we can do, if we click on here to visualize, that didn't work. Let's try that again. Right, there we go. So if we put this in the center, I am going to move this over there into my base once I get it built, but for now, let's just put it here somewhere like that. Okay, so living wood, I like to put them in the corners as well, just to make it look nice. And then we'll just put those there like that. We need an Elven Gateway Core in the center, like that, yeah. And then we need the glimmering ones on each of the edges like this. So let's go like that. And then back to the living wood. And then another one on the corner. You don't need the ones on the corners, but I just like it. And it makes it easier to build as well. Like that. So that is the basic portal done. Right, so now we need to put the mana pools down with the natural pylons on top. Now, this used to be a thing where it was very exact. So I think you had to go 3 out and then 3 across from this. But now it's much more simple. All you need to do is place these down anywhere within an 11 by 11 square of the Elven Gateway Core. So I still like to do them on the edge because I just think it looks cool. So I'll just do them like that. And then to get this going, best thing to do is actually fill these up with a mana tablet. So is that going in there? It is. Right, so let's just put 2 in here as well. Just like that. And then we can put sparks on these as well to transfer it in. But to get it going, you really need to have these full first. So while that's filling up, we should be able to... No, I can never do this. Please get this back. Please get it back. Yeah, we've got it back. Right. Might have to pillar up a bit to do this properly. Like that. And like that. Now we should be pretty much there. So those are full now, so I can take these back. And then I will put the sparks on top of there as well. So that's there, yeah. And then if I just tap these, make sure those go into that. Yeah, they're linking. Right. Okay, so now all I should have to do is right click the Elven Gateway Core with my Wand of the Forest, and we should get a green portal. That's working. Yep, and it's still there. Right. So it did use a bit of mana to connect. It does do that, but these should be transferring across there if they need any more. So let's give this a try. Right. So one of the recipes we can use, actually, let's go to Elven Trade and see what we can actually do. Okay, so these are all the recipes. There's only 5, so there's not loads, but they're all pretty essential. So the Mana Diamond we can turn into a Dragon Stone, and then that's the same with the blocks as well. And then we can turn Living Wood into Dream Wood, which is a very cool block on its own, but it's also used for crafting. And then 2 Mana Steel Ingots will give us 1 Elementium Ingot. And then again, same with the blocks. And then we can also take the Mana Glass and turn this into Elf Glass. And then we've got the Quartz into Elven Quartz. And then we can also put the Electric Botania in there, and we'll get the updated one with the Elven Knowledge inside it. So let's do that one first. Throw that in there. And then we'll get the updated one back. And it'll tell us everything we need to know about Elven Trade. So all this in here. And then also, if we throw in 2 of these. Is that 2? No, that's 3. Let's do that. And then we get 1 Elementium Ingot back. So that is basically how it works. And this may not seem like a big deal at the moment, but this opens up a lot of new things to us. We can get into the really high end of Botania now. I think it's fair to say we've done all of the basics now. This is pretty much it. Now we're into the good stuff. And this is also going to allow us to transfer mana much quicker than we can do with these mana spreaders. So we can build the updated versions, and that is what we're going to use to start transporting the mana up here from the mana farm down there. So that is the plan for next time, and I'm very excited to get on with that one. But unfortunately for today, I'm going to have to leave it there. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.